Hey, I'm Adam. Welcome to Explore Your Potential. This is session 1, and today we are focusing on the mindset. Your mindset, to be precise. The way that you perceive reality and see the world around you. In other words, why you do what you do. Think the way you do, speak the way you do, hang out with the people that you're attracted to, and are drawn to learning certain skills. It's a byproduct of your entire past, really. And not just your past, but the past and the past and the past and the past. Your culture, your genetics, everything that's brought you to where you are right now. Your childhood, your adolescence, and your adulthood, depending on how old you are. Every experience that you've had along the way has shaped you and made you you. And that's pretty fantastic, actually. That's what makes you unique. And that's where the opportunities lie. In your authenticity, in your realness, and in your ability to open up and expand yourself to the massive horizon of potential possibility that exists in your life, that exists in all our lives. So, mindset. What is it? Well, to break it down really, it is the accumulation of your thoughts. And your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions, and your actions become your life. It's kind of a creative principle, really. And so you could say pretty comfortably that your mindset and how you think in the end ends up creating your reality. Mindset becomes reality. Reality is what we're concerned with, our reality. And everyone's reality is filtered. There's no doubt about it that we all have different coloured lenses on. And why is it that some people are so eternally optimistic? Yeah, it's a sunny day, I'm so happy. It's a rainy day, I'm so happy. Other people, it's a rainy day and they feel down and flat, discouraged. Other people are more pessimistic, It's that I just easily get discouraged, I easily get knocked down. And all of us have that. We have days where we get knocked down and we feel flat. It's very normal, and life in general is a bit like this. It's a series of hollows or troughs and then mountaintops or peaks. How much time you wish to spend in the troughs versus the mountaintops. Now that's a different thing, isn't it? Do you want to wallow down in the mud and get stuck there? Would you like to have the tools that will help you to have the type of mindset that crawls your way back up again and spends longer on the mountain peaks? There'll always be troughs, but they don't have to last as long as they do. So, mindset forms your reality. And your reality is your life. It's what you're experiencing right now. And if right now your reality sucks, you don't like your reality, that's a little tough because it is what it is. I'd even go so far as to say that you created it. Even if it really sucks, even if it's painful, even if it's the worst reality you've ever experienced, would you consider that you are responsible for it? Even a small part of it? That you might have created it in some way. It's worth considering. And if you wish to explore your potential, if you wish to open yourself up to life and its opportunities, then you need to have the attitude of the warrior, which is the attitude of running towards challenge rather than away from it. It's the attitude of being alert and awake and ready to defend yourself or to seize opportunity instead of cowering down into a ball. It's the attitude of standing tall and looking life in the eyes rather than defeatedly staring at the ground waiting to be kicked. And it doesn't come automatically. It's something we have to cultivate, and we go through the cycles. So mindset is something that you can choose to blame on other people, circumstances, your past, your parents, your life, COVID, whatever you wish. You can blame it, Or you can do something that's really powerful, and you can take responsibility. Notice I said you can take responsibility. Responsibility is a pretty cool thing in that it can't be given to you. You can be given authority if you take responsibility, but responsibility is up to the individual. If you see a piece of rubbish on the road and you walk by, you're not being responsible. It's up to you to bend down and pick it up, and then you take that responsibility. If you're given a task and you do a half-assed job, have you taken responsibility? If you give it your all and you do the best you possibly can, you take responsibility. You own that. And it doesn't matter whether it's a task, picking up a piece of rubbish, looking after your own health and well-being, looking after the state of your mind, expressing your emotions, making honest, open, authentic relationships. Whatever it is, you can take responsibility for that thing. And in doing so, you start to unlock your potential. So responsibility is a foundation. It is a foundation, and it is the number one foundation in the Explore Your Potential series. So responsibility, to respond, it means to respond, okay? So as opposed to react. Here's an example. If I was to come up to you and hit you in the face, and you straight away hit me back in the face, that would be a reaction, and perhaps justified. I hit you in the face. But it's equal and opposite reaction. Punch comes this way, punch comes back. Now, you don't have to react. You can respond. Now, if I punch you, or anyone for that matter, you have a choice. Do you take the fight back to the other person, or do you step away? Do you deflect it? How you react to that situation can have far-reaching consequences. And this goes for very simple things. Very, very simple things. An email comes into your inbox. You read it, and immediately you begin to panic. It's a deadline that you just don't believe you can make. And so the mind begins to swim. Your mindset tells you, oh no, I need to do something. I can't do anything. What can I do? And you become paralyzed. Perhaps you run from it. You say, I'm just not having anything to do with it, and you block it out of your mind. Or you take responsibility and you get yourself centered and you make a plan and you decide, what will I do now? It takes awareness. It takes that little breath, that little pause. In the same way that if someone was to hit you, if you take the little pause, you can choose your decision. And more often than not, no one physically hits us, but often in life we are being hit by the challenges of life. Relational challenges, mental health challenges, physical challenges in our body, financial challenge, career challenge. Perhaps you've lost your job. Perhaps things aren't looking so great for you right now. What can you do? Well, it doesn't help to panic. It is never helpful to panic. It is never helpful to freeze, and it's never helpful to run. So if you're going to walk towards the challenge, then what you can do is to send a signal back to your brain. A little signal back to your brain that says relax. So here's your brain here. And this is what's controlling everything from the top down. It's a little computer inside. And because our mind is located in our brain, when our mindset is out of whack and we are feeling fearful, doubtful, anxious, whatever it is, when we're reading the wrong things, being around the people that aren't encouraging us, when we're watching things that are discouraging us, when we aren't thinking the thoughts that are helping us, when we aren't being responsible, then that sends a message from our brain down to our body, and the body starts to react. Perhaps you feel it in your body, you feel like cowering up. Perhaps you feel tense and tight in your shoulders, your jaw locks up. Maybe you're breathing really shallow. So instead, let's send a message back to the brain, a message that says relax. Because when you're relaxed, it's so much better for your mindset. A relaxed person has a far better opportunity of seeing possibilities, of having a bird's eye view, of taking in the big picture. And when you're in your stress response and feeling overwhelmed, that's when you don't see the big picture. The vision narrows. It actually happens literally. Our vision narrows. We just see what's directly in front of us. It's designed to save our life. But it's not great when you're in a desire to move forward, to make directionality, to get aligned with something and go for it. So here's your first tool. You're going to send a message back from your body to your brain via the vagus nerve, and it runs through your lungs. To be more precise, it runs through your diaphragm, which is a muscle at the bottom of your rib cage. And when you breathe deeply and fully, the diaphragm expands down into your abdominal cavity, pushing your belly out, and sends a message back up to your brain via your parasympathetic nervous system, which is really just the part of your body that's responsible for relaxing and calming you down. Here's how we can do it. First of all, relax wherever you are. Loosen up your shoulders. Roll your head around a few times. And gently wiggle your jaw from side to side. Then, placing your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your belly, begin to take some nice deep inhales. As you exhale, force the air out through your nose. Till your entire lungs empty, and breathe back in. Feel your belly expand under your hand. And breathe out. Let's try 4-second tempo. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do one more on your own. Now that deep natural belly breathing, particularly breathing into the belly so the belly expands as the diaphragm fills, you're filling your lungs with more air, and that is sending that message back to your brain. You are taking some control. You are taking responsibility for the way that you feel. So you are actually taking some control. You are taking back some control of your reality, particularly some control of your nervous system. And your nervous system affects the way you feel, and it affects your mindset. Just by standing more upright and alert, you feel differently. The way you position yourself anatomically changes things. Simply turning your palms out to open up your chest helps you to breathe more fully. Lifting your head helps you to see. Lift your gaze, you see more potential. When your eyes are up, you see other people. They see you. You can smile at them and make connection. And connection is so important for your mindset. You cannot have your healthiest mindset and explore your potential most fully unless you are alert and awake and relaxed, able to meet people, see opportunities, and take on challenge. Wherever that challenge is, you can start to walk towards it when you are taking responsibility and owning your decisions. and all begins with your thoughts. In the next video, I'm going to move on to taking responsibility for your thoughts and how to cultivate awareness of your thoughts so you understand and can see what you are creating within your own mind and how that may be helping or hindering you and the direction that you can choose to go by focusing your mind. The mind and the body are linked, and when we take responsibility for how we breathe, move, stand, and feel, it has a direct influence on how you think and therefore on your reality. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in session 2.